Hey, what's up, people? So, we're going to be chit chatting today about cosmetology school since I always get these same questions and I'm tired of just answering them one by one. And it's Thursday night and there's nothing to do, so let's go ahead and answer these questions. Okay, I'm just gonna be saying whatever really comes to my mind. Since I don't know, I get asked a lot about cosmetology school and stuff like that. Um, Starting off with what made me go to cosmetology school. Honestly, when I tell you guys I've been obsessed with makeup, nail polish, anything like that since I was little, it's the honest truth. I know there's a lot of people on here who basically discovered makeup after high school or discovered makeup a year ago or discovered makeup just because you ran into YouTube. I have been loving makeup from the get-go. Um and any of my family members will tell you that. I was 2 and I was rocking lip gloss. I was 5 and I wanted nails from the grocery store. So, you know, um what else do they ask? How much does cosmetology school run for? Here in the Dallas Fort Worth area, the school that I went to was one of, I guess you can say a higher end school or something like that. My schooling almost came up to $20,000. Was it worth it? Hell no. Would I do it over again? No. If there was an easier way to get my cosmetology license, believe me, I would. I wouldn't have spent that much money. Honestly, hell no. um, and if you don't have the money to pay for it, a lot of schools work with you. You can also apply for financial aid and so forth. I honestly can't tell you how that works. So, yeah. Another thing is, here in the area, there's about, let me see, about 4 bigger schools, I guess you can say, which would be Tony and Guy, Paul Mitchell, Ogle, and what's the other one? I forgot the name of the other one. But anyways, and depending on wherever you go, pricing is different. You do have to have a certain amount of hours completed. And let me tell you something. When I went to cosmetology school, which was back in, I don't know, a couple of years ago, I thought I was actually going to be learning a lot. And I thought that I was going to go in there and I was going to become a well-trained hairstylist. I'm not saying they don't teach you stuff, but they only teach you the basics. And other than that, either you got it or you don't. It's as simple as that. I saw a lot of girls that went expecting a whole lot more but came out with so very little. Just like any subject that you're in school, you catch on or you don't, you know what I mean? And I saw a lot of girls wanting to do so much with it, but at the end it just didn't work out like that. I mean, some people try out for baseball and either you're good and you're not, or you're not, you know what I mean? And that's what that comes down to. So I hate to tell you guys like this, but don't put your hopes up so high, because once you're in there, you may not love it as much. I've had friends who are like, oh, hell yeah, I want to come out and do the things you do. But how are you going to do that if I was self-taught most of the things I know? You know what I mean? I was also thinking that I was going to go in there and come out like the best hairstylist in the world, and it wasn't like that either. So, I mean, it's just basically up to you and how much experience yourself you have. There's some other people that I saw that had never touched a pair of shears and come out being really nice hairstylists right now. And it's just really up to you and how things work out for you, Another thing is, I know a lot of ethnic backgrounds have really coarse hair, especially African American hair. I'm not trying to be racist. I'm not trying to do nothing like that. But I honestly can say from my experience, from my friends' experiences, you kind of have to look at who's really enrolling in that school. And that may sound so racial, I know. I just blurted it out like that. But let me tell you something. When the school that I went to, we would probably like that I worked on there, because you go in phases. You're in phase 1, phase 2, and so forth. When you're in your last phase, you stay on the floor. I think when I was there, I worked on 4 African American hair, and that was it. And even the girls that were African American that knew how to do that hair didn't get no clients. So you're going to basically, and they would be like, well, when I get down here, I don't want to deal with y'all's people's hair because y'all's people's hair is too straight. And just like we would be like, oh my God, y'all's people's hair is so coarse. And I know that sounds so blah right now. And please do not take it the wrong way or nothing like that. I'm just putting it the way the conversation came out. I was talking straight to them. They were talking straight to me. I mean, they're my friends and everything. So don't start, don't make it bigger than what it is. And it's the truth. I mean, I didn't know what a chemical relaxer was. I was like, okay. People would be like, oh, it's going to burn their hair. What do you mean it's going to burn their hair? I didn't know all that. Just like them. They didn't understand how bleach could do so much. And I'm not saying that, certain hair doesn't take certain stuff, but you're basically working with what you're used to, And they would get mad and they would be like, oh, if I would have known this, I would have never paid this much money because they're only teaching me how to do y'all's people's hair. And when I get out of here, I ain't never going to do that. And, you heard that all the time, you guys. And just like they would be like, oh, you white people have straight hair, or y'all Latino people have some thick ass coarse hair, or y'all African Americans hair is like really, really short, and y'all want like big ass, curls and every hair ethnicity has different hair type, you know what I mean? And once in a while you'll get somebody who's your ethnicity but has somebody else's hair, and you just have to be prepared for all that. And some people can't handle it. As sorry as I am to say, this is the truth. I had a lot of girls who would come out crying and stuff like that because they would get another ethnicity and they would be like, what? You're doing my hair? Ew, this looks nasty. I can't have this kind of person trying to do this kind of hair. And you have to face it. It's like, okay, And, they don't even teach you how to do guys' hair. If you're trying to learn how to do ball fades, or you're trying to learn how to do edge ups, or you're trying to do designs and all that, you might as well go to barber school. It's as simple as that. Because they're not really going to teach you all that. Another thing, if you're trying to come out the best makeup artist in the world, it's not going to happen. Back then, I look at some of my pictures and I'm like, ugh. They would literally pull me out so I could teach makeup classes. Like, really? Like, just because I did my eyeshadow a certain way, which back then I didn't know about blending. I didn't know about all this and that. I mean, I knew it had to look decent, but not to a certain level. You know what I mean? And, I mean, don't waste your money unless you're really, 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 really positive sure you want to do that. The economy is really hard on hairstylists right now. If you're going to go on your own, you might as well be ready to put a whole bunch of other money down. On top of that, don't expect to have people like you. As rude as this may sound, hairstylist in the area where I worked at, because it was a higher end area, I wanted more money. I didn't want to work at Supercuts. I didn't want to work at a barber place, salon inside of Walmart. I wanted money. That's what I had on my mind. So I went to go apply at higher end salons. And some of those people were the meanest people, the snobbiest people, the rudest people. But you have to adjust to all that. So, I mean, you have to kind of Plan this all out in your head. I had a friend, one of my best friends actually. She went to cosmetology school and now she's still paying on it and she hates it. She doesn't like anything about it. She was like, if I would have known all this, I would have never done it. Um Now I think that a lot of people that are freelance makeup artists or hairstylists don't even go to school. YouTube is a great way to learn different techniques and so forth, and you don't have to pay for it. To be a professional makeup artist and all that, just go take a little quick class and you'll get your little certificate if you want to have the certificate. Do you need it? No. Hairstylist, I mean, I know you do have to have a license, so if you want to go ahead and just go to any kind of beauty school, which is the cheapest one, that'd be good. The only thing you gotta do is pass state board. Other than that, it's whatever. I don't know what else to say about that. Just don't get your hopes up, but then at the same time, don't put your dreams down. Just really think about what you're getting yourself into, just like any other thing. Do I love hairstyles? I mean, do I love doing hair? Yeah, I love it. Do I love doing makeup? Of course. Can I see myself down the line do anything with it? Yeah, I can open up a salon later on. I can do something like that. But do I honestly want to be working in that field? No, it's not for me. You have to be prepared for people to always scream at you, this is not what I wanted. And another thing, you have to be prepared to tell people straight up in their face, just because you bring me in this picture, I cannot make you look like this person. You have to look at the face, you have to look at your nose, your eyes, your skin tone, and everything like that to make sure that the colors they want and the colors of the hairstyle that they want are gonna be to their point of view, because sometimes people bring in these pictures and you're like, oh man, if I'm to do this on your hair, you are going to be a mad ass bitch at me, because I even attempted to do this. And there's a lot of people out there who do it because it's money, baby. Money talks. So if you have any other questions, hit me down below or send me a message, and please don't get offended. I love you guys, and yeah, I know that. Bye.